What does your social media say about you? Yo, what up? This your boy, Jonathan R. Whitfield. That's Minister Jonathan R. Whitfield, talking about church people out there. This is another installment of Don't Skip Breakfast. We know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So likewise, you wake up in the morning, you gotta speak life into your mind, your body, and your soul. So remember, don't skip breakfast. So the first thing is image on your social media. What does it look like? What is it saying? If you were to pass away today, and I would go to your Facebook page or your Instagram, what would I see? How will you be remembered? That's a question you have to ask yourself, because you are in control of what you post. You are in control of what you put out there. Now, some of you might say, I don't care, it's just social media. But if you're putting stuff out there that's negative, you can't get upset when you're judged wrong, because you put out what you put out. You are what you post. Just like you are what you eat, you are what you post. We have no other choice but to look, unless we know you, and most of us don't know you, you are what you post. So to us, you are what you post. So the media, people get gunned down in the street, they go immediately to their social media. And this person could have been a saint, he could have been a churchgoer, he could have been anything, he or she. But when they have negative stuff up there, they take from those negative pictures and they say, this is what we're fighting against. So we have to be conscious of that, what our image look like, what are we portraying to the world? How do people see us, our image? We are in control of it. The next one is perception. Like I said before, perception is reality. Now, when we look at your social media, how do we perceive you? How do you want to be perceived? How do you want to be portrayed? Understand this, I'm gonna talk to my ladies right quick. Now ladies, you can't put naked pictures on your social media or half-dressed pictures on your social media constantly and expect Prince Charming. Because maybe Prince Charming don't want that, maybe he do, I don't know. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna attract what you put out. Now, I'm not talking about being at the beach or having a good time with your homegirl, or maybe you might be at the club, and I'm not talking about that. We know we know what's overboard, we know what's over the line. If you constantly put out highly sexual images of yourself, you're gonna attract people that's highly sexual, and they're only gonna want you for those things. We have no other choice. That's how the male mind works. What we want is what we see, you know? So I see young ladies all the time, they post things like this, and then they say, there are no good men out there, or all men want to do is have sex, or all men want is body. But when you portray that, you know, you attracting that. You know, you have to put out what you want back. To my fellas, you can't constantly put out images of you always at the club, you always partying. Now, once again, I'm not saying you can't have fun with your homeboys. I'm not saying you can't have a good time, but your image can't constantly be party, smoke, money. It can't constantly be there, because if you slide in somebody's DM, young lady's DM, the first thing she's gonna do is look at your page. And what you portray, she's not even gonna respond back to you, because you're not portraying business. You're not about your business. You're not about your manhood. You know, so you gotta be a variety of things that you put out. This perception is reality. You are what you post. Now the next one is everybody's favorite, relationships. Now we have to understand this, social media and relationships. Now some people choose to put their relationship out there. That's your prerogative. Some people never choose to put their relationship out there because they say they want to be private. Either or is fine. But you do have to know, if you decide to put your relationship out there in a certain aspect, it's open to criticism. If you put every argument between you and your girlfriend, your boyfriend on social media, it's open to criticism. If you put every disagreement on there, it's open to criticism. You know, you're making yourself and your relationship look unstable. Also, if you put all your problems on social media, you're opening people up to judge you and to think you're weak. Now you may say, I don't care what people think. I do care what people think. You know, if I can help them, if I can help it, if I can make them think positively of me, I'm gonna do that. But if I can't, then I can't help it. But as far as relationships, our relationship should be sacred. You know, we should handle them with care, because there are people, believe it or not, out there to take you down or take your relationship down. There may be people who be jealous of what you have or jealous of your relationship, and the fact that you having problems may give them joy. You don't want them to have joy. So you gotta be careful of what you put out there. I know Personally, I put my relationship out there a lot. I love to show happy times, but that's my prerogative. I feel like I know what's too much and what's not too much. Sometimes I don't put stuff out just because it brings a lot of criticism. So social media and relationship is a big one. I would advise people not to really just put negative things about their relationship out there, because there are people that are against you, believe it or not, the silent assassins ready to take you down at any moment. So remember that, and yeah, remember this. You are what you post, so what does your social media say about you? This your boy, Jonathan Whitfield, Minister Jonathan R. Whitfield. And remember, don't skip breakfast.